Welcome to Able Farmer Channel, guys. We have a problem here on the homestead. Last night I came out here to move my broiler chickens up in the field, and something kind of caught my eye, and I thought, I don't think there's as many in there. And I started counting, and I began with 18 and I only had 13. So it got me investigating, and I saw that there was a hole dug underneath of my chicken tractor, and I thought, there's no way I'm gonna let this happen. So I came up and I set a couple of traps, and I set a live trap and I set a dog-proof trap. And so I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is I caught myself a coon. The bad news is they still got in the chicken tractor, and I am now down to 6 Cornish cross. There are only 6 left, I believe. Let me recount them. Is there 6?
Yeah, I counted.
Okay, there's 6 of them. So that ain't good. And here's the deal. I believe that there may be more than one coon. I have one, but I don't think that's it. So we're going to continue to set traps. I need to kind of come up with something temporary to protect these chickens. So I'm thinking about getting some chicken wire and putting underneath the edges of it to hopefully prevent them from digging underneath until I can catch all of them. Now, I always knew this was a possibility with this chicken tractor, and you know, digging underneath is definitely was a real possibility. But I have used this chicken tractor constantly since May of 2019 and have never had anything get in it until the last 2 nights. And I know I was probably kind of playing with fire right there, but I don't know. I should have probably been proactive. I should have had the traps out. I should have had, you know, just been trying to catch any anyway. But we are definitely at war now with the raccoons. So there's going to be more of them to come because I'm going to catch them, and they aren't going to win. So hopefully I can catch them before I am down to 0 Cornish cross. So I'm going to try to take some actions, do some things today to prevent any more loss of the chickens, and we are going to catch these raccoon, and they will die. So that is the plan. Here, I'll show you the hole that they dug underneath. That's all we have left, 6 of them. So anyway, we're going to take care of this raccoon. So due to your crimes of killing my Cornish cross, I'm going to sentence him to death. That is a big coon. He's got my chickens in his belly. So anyway, guys, we're going to continue this video here later. I am going to come up with a plan with these Cornish cross, and later we're going to reset the traps and we're going to catch some more. Welcome back, guys. It's later in the day, and it was a hot one today. I mentioned something earlier about putting the like a chicken wire flashing along the bottom to hopefully prevent the raccoons from getting in. But I was thinking about it and I changed my mind, and I think this is going to work out a lot better. So I'm going to show you what I did. I've been working on it here the last hour maybe, and so this is what I came up with. Alright, so what I did was I electrified the chicken tractor. So you can see that I have run an electric wire around the entire chicken tractor. And I'll give you a real quick look on how I did that. So I believe I did it here fairly cheap. and I'll show you what I did. Okay, you can see that I have a hook here that I can unhook and hang up above. Right here. And what I've done is I made a battery box out of a 5-gallon bucket. So inside the bucket, you can see that I have a battery and an energizer inside of it, and the bucket is obviously to keep it waterproof and make sure nothing gets wet. And what I have is, see, the battery and the energizer. I have a hole out the bottom and I put the lid on the top so everything is protected. And then outside I have a solar panel, which I haven't even adjusted yet. But I have a solar panel on the top to recharge my battery, and I'm hoping that this works. Now the solar panel, I believe, is for a car, so it was cheap. I actually had it, but I was just trying to save money, so I used it. And the battery I bought, I think it was $35 at Rural King, and I didn't want to get too expensive on that. You can see my grounding rod is actually a piece of copper pipe. Seems to be working, so let's see if the fence is actually functional. Alright, I have an electric fence. I have an electric fence tester here, so I'm going to stick the probe in the ground. I'm going to hook the wire. See here. And we are blinking at 3,000 volts. I don't know if that shows up on camera, but it's blinking to 3,000 volts. So that's 3,000 more volts than it was. So we are going to try and see if maybe this will help provide a little bit of protection for these 6 Cornish cross we have left. Now I want to show you guys the trap that I'm using. This is called a DP trap, or you could call it a dog-proof trap, I believe is what it is called. And the idea is you set this trap and you put some peanuts or some cracked corn, or I actually used peanut butter the last time, and a raccoon will come up and smell in here and they will stick their hand out in to pull it out. Therefore they will trip the trigger, and this is spring loaded, and it will, if it's focusing, but this is spring loaded, and it'll trap their foot in there. And where a dog would not do that. A dog would sniff it, try to lick around it, but it's got a reverse trigger, and a dog is not going to stick its foot down in there to pull it out like a raccoon would. Maybe a possum would, and maybe even a skunk. But this is what we're using, and I actually ordered 2 more of these, and I have them coming in the mail. I'll put a link in the description below from Amazon of exactly what I ordered. And this is what I caught that raccoon in last night. And if you noticed in the video, I don't know if you saw, I was trying to maybe keep it out of there so you guys, it's kind of yucky looking. But its leg was all bloody. And the reason for that was actually not because of the trap. It was a big boar coon. And I always remember my grandpa, fix this a little bit. I always remember my grandpa, he's a big trapper. He always used to say that a big boar coon would get in a trap, and sometimes they would chew their own leg off to get out of it. And I believe that's what was happening. He was actually chewing his own leg. And it really wasn't that late in the morning. I was surprised. But it wasn't the trap. The trap, it's humane enough for me at least. It doesn't break their leg or anything like that. But, something gets their foot caught in it and chews their own leg off, well, I don't know how I can help that. There's a tool for these that helps you set them, and it is on the way, because these are actually really hard to set without that tool. But we're gonna manage, and we're gonna get by with it. And I got some salted peanuts that we're gonna put in here today, and we are gonna reset it. You see I set that pole behind me. I got a chain, so we'll wrap this chain around it. That way, when this stick comes out of the ground, they can't run off can't run off of my trap. So let's go ahead and get this thing set, because I do not believe there's only one raccoon that was after these chickens, and the other ones are going down. So let's go set this thing and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, I'm going to do my best to set this trap, and like I said, this is really hard to do without the tool, but we're going to do it. So you squeeze this, you squeeze this, I get a hold of this little lever. I can hold it. There's a little trigger. Okay. And there it is. Okay. So now what we'll do is we will set this into the ground. Do not want to stick my finger in there. Come on. There. Ground's hard. Like so. Okay. We got some peanuts that I am going to actually scatter a few around. And that shouldn't trigger the trap. Okay, so now they pull them peanuts out of there, it should snag your leg. So let's go ahead and set the live trap up. Alright, we got ourselves a box trap here, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Now the way I set this thing up yesterday is I have a can of cat food in here that I have wired to the back of the pen, back of the cage, trap or whatever. The idea is you want the raccoon to come in and not be able to just pull your bait out and leave. You want the raccoon to spend as much time as possible inside this trap. Now, that being said, somehow yesterday they ate all the cat food out of there. I came up, my trap was snapped, and there was no coon in it. So they outsmarted me last night. Today, we're going to use some jelly bread, because they love grape jelly, and I'm going to stuff it into that can, and we're going to try this again. Alright, I have you guys sitting right in the path, the game path coming out of the woods, and I believe we're going to set this trap right here. Make sure it's set good. The pedals there. And the idea is that they will come out and go directly in here. You can see there is my jelly bread. I want them to come right through here and into my trap. And we are going to catch them and make them pay. Alright guys, that's the plan. So I'm trying little chickens. We now have electric around the chicken tractor, which honestly is going to be a better setup anyway. It's just, I was trying to cut a little bit of money. And like I said, we made it over a year without a single problem. Nothing is dug under it. And then just, it's like one day, they just figure it out. And that's the end of that. So it's time to fight back. So between the electric around there for protection, we have the dog-proof trap right behind the chicken tractor, and we have the live trap up there. And we are going to thin these guys out, and we are going to have some payback for them killing my birds. So I think I'm going to wait till morning, and we're going to see what we catch, and we'll finish the video with that. So hopefully I have an exciting end to this and we actually catch something. But we're gonna say goodbye to these little guys. We're gonna say goodbye and good luck, because you guys are on your own again, but I'm trying. So Anyway, we'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is bright and early. I decided to come up here and check out my situation with my broiler chickens. And I think we have some success up here. Look who got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Oh man. So nice, huh? Alright, you can see how the dog-proof trap works. Remember, we put the peanuts inside and this guy stuck his hand out in there and snapped the trap onto the hand. And you can see there's no blood on his arm or anything like that, like the raccoon yesterday. What happened yesterday is that raccoon was trying to chew its arm off, honestly. So let's go check the live trap. What do we have in here? Oh, you ain't not like us. Come on. There you have it, folks. We caught the two bandits that were eating and killing my chickens. And there may be more. I'm going to reset these traps tonight. And like I said, it is war, and war is not pretty. So let's take a look at the chickens and see if they managed to get any more. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 Cornish cross left. And as sad as that is, we did not lose any more last night. So something worked. We caught the bandits that were killing them. And maybe my electric fence worked around here. So pretty excited about that. But yeah, that's cool. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Things are starting to work out here. I hate that I lost those chickens. They killed the chickens, but we are going to fight back. And I hope you guys maybe learned something from this video. Raccoons tend to be a pretty big problem around here because there is nothing that thins them out. Nobody hunts them anymore. Fur prices are useless. And nobody hunts them, so they've just exploded in population. And you know, it might be an unpopular opinion, but I'd like to see popularity of fur come back, because there's no better renewable resource like fur, instead of, you know, pumping it out of the ground and making artificial fur. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't done it already, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I hope you guys follow along, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Gotta figure out what we're gonna do with these two.